what's your perspective on the negative side of communities that can come out of it? I mean, or what kind of advice can you give to other project builders and founders that receive pushback from community always wanting more? I mean, do you have anything you could pass on to them, or just thoughts you could share around it? Because I just wish I could. Sometimes I see on Twitter and I want to say to everyone, yo, let's chill out. Like, relax. We have to understand building takes time and good products take years. So, hold on a second before you get upset.
Okay. So if you're lucky to be, on the back of a bull or on a rocket ship, like we, were and are with Moonbirds, I learned a couple things. So number one, you just can't expect that everyone has all the context all the time, right? You have new people coming into the project daily, right? You have folks that are busy. You have people with their own lives. And when they happen to see, an executive or a founder tweet from a project, they're not going to have all the context. Maybe they didn't get into the Discord over the last day. So the big lesson for me was just realizing that, folks don't know exactly what's going on. So when you speak, you really have to consider, like, gosh, what if someone doesn't know anything about anything and this is the first tweet they see, right? So that's like lesson one, which makes communication hard because it's like you're always starting over. But it's important to know that, right? That's thing one. Thing two is, like, almost counter to that is, if you're a builder, you have to also know that folks are impatient and that you're going to have to live through all of that and just keep working and deliver over a long period of time to prove everybody that the project is truly valuable. So you almost have to acknowledge it, but ignore it at the same time. And one of the reasons I'm so bullish on Kevin and Justin and the Proof team is I know that the success of Proof and Moonbirds and High Rise and everything that they're going to deliver, Kevin is betting his reputation on it. Like, literally his whole career is being betted on this. And so when you've got that much riding on it, it's going to take time and you just need to wait and be patient, right? So, Moonbirds, rocketed up to what it was, like 40 ETH or something. And now it's down to, 20, 25 ETH. And all of us who are a part of this ecosystem and believe have zero worry. It's like, I'm patient. I know that this is going to be like any good stock, right? It goes like this, dips and rises and dips and rises and dips and rises, but goes up and to the right, right? And unfortunately, we're dealing with an industry where a lot of folks don't have investing experience and they don't know that, right? And they also, unfortunately, FOMO'd into various projects without researching them. So they're constantly worried, is this thing literally going to zero? And so I've just had to kind of breathe and focus on the fact I know that good teams are going to deliver over time.
Yeah.
And I know when people were angry at me and frustrated, I first had to learn the lesson. Okay, be more thoughtful in how I communicate, number one. But number two, just remember the facts. And I said this in a podcast interview this morning. How do I deal with it? I mute people on Twitter. Like, you can't, no human can take that amount of abuse, right? Like, it's too painful, right? And if you keep seeing it, it will wear you out, right? So I just mute people that are just really, mean, and then you see less of it, right? And I was thinking through that as I was preparing for this interview. I was like, I want to know the numbers here, and I want to be clear about what happened, right? So, number one, I wasn't a co-founder, right? I was an employee, and I own less than 1% of Proof Holdings, and I was paid a salary to work on the project, and I received $0 from the mint and the royalty, right? So I didn't walk away with anything from from that huge mint day and all the royalties. That's kind of thing one to know. Thing number two is that, so we gave 2,000 Moonbirds to proof holders. And so that value was from 0 ETH up to where it is today. Say it's 23 is the floor. And then we minted about 7,800 at 2.5 ETH. And when you chalk all that up, that was the team and we worked very hard to deliver $646 million of value, right? That's like approaching $1 billion, right? And so I just think, people may be mad for some reason that I left the project, but the truth is I worked my ass off and got, not much to create almost $1 billion of value for everybody. And I'm fine with that. It's going to be fine.
You're listening to the Unstoppable Podcast, the go-to place for everyone to learn about the latest innovations in web3, NFTs, and the decentralized web. Welcome to the metaverse.